scoop.
Give me that.
What's up,
They're
Dirk?
waiting for that. They're waiting for that. We got.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sidelines. So with Jordan on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Antetokounmpo out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's the great one in at the 5 roaming the paint. And for the 76ers, in at the guard spots, Maxey and Melton. The pairing up front is Harris and Embiid. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. Richard looking at this. Conference clash, you can expect both teams to play hard here tonight.
Yeah, these conference games are so important, especially when it comes to a rivalry like this. Both teams have had this one circled on their calendars for a while.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Here's the great one. Oh, my goodness, what a play. And that one is stuffed right through.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Now, here's Maxey. And Butler sends it back. Giannis with it. From outside the arc. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And how about Giannis stepping up there? Even with the defender draped all over him, he was determined to get the basket.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Butler. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Picked up by Harris. The kick out to Rose. Butler from outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
And he's had his ups and downs from distance, but Jimmy Bucket's always aggressive, looking to score.
Pass to Melton. Up top, Embiid. Tipped away. It's stolen by Rose. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. The great one passes to Giannis. The 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Not just forcing mistakes, but converting them into buckets on the other end. Great controlled aggression from their D in that game.
Now, here's Oubre. 17 points for him last game against Charlotte.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Here's Wade. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Number 9.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Miami.
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Pocket 6, stolen by Rose. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo, nobody back. Butler passes to the great one. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Timeout called the 76ers. Richard, the year before you entered the league in 2001, the Sixers made the NBA Finals and haven't since.
Yeah, I just love watching Allen Iverson that season. Won the MVP, averaged 31 points per game, almost 20 more points than any of his teammates. He was the offensive firepower every single night.
Maxey finds Oubre. Back to Maxey. 6 to shoot. Nobody near Milton. And the 76ers get it back. To the inside. And here again, the Heat in transition. Up the court they go. Launches the three. And yep, another basket.
And as he continues to fill it up, guys, he's nearing first place all time for points in a season.
Yep, historically dominant, GA. He's put them on his back all season long.
And Wilt Chamberlain scoring 4,029 points back in 1962. A whole different era, to be sure, but to surpass that now would be almost inconceivable.
Now Rose, after the missed three from Tyrese Maxey. And onto Tacumbo, slams it in.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And it's the 76ers with the ball after the Heat pick up two. Here's the great one, guarded by Embiid. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, the great one.
Well, you just look at the scoring he's provided and the numbers he has put up, and it's a no-brainer. Rarely does someone carry an offense this much and not walk away with some form of hardware for their efforts.
Well, okay, well, I like his aggressiveness, but, like, the defense was waiting on him that time.
And now he jams it right over Tobias Harris. Wow!
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Maxey kicks to Melton. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. And here are the Heat now. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench production was huge, no doubt. A testament to how well prepared this coaching staff is for these tough road games.
Poked away, stolen by Rose. And here we go, it's Butler. Here's the great one. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. That's 12 points for the great one.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Kicks it to Embiid. Now the pass to Oubre. Philadelphia moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. The jump hook. Miami grabs the miss. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts. Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the three.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Paul Reed comes in for Embiid, and it's Buddy Hield connects again.
That bucket does it. He's tied the top spot for points in a season.
Well, to call him a force in offense wouldn't do him justice. This has been a season for the ages.
He's climbed the rankings all season, and now he shares a spot at the top. 4,029 points. I still can't believe it. Never thought we'd see Wilt Chamberlain's 62 mark matched, but today is the day. And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Rose. Takes the three. It's good from long range. Rose has got 6 points.
And Derrick Rose, so quick out of the gates. When he sees open floor ahead, he's at full sprint in the blink of an eye.
Here's Oubre, and Butler sends it back. Here's Giannis, and the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Healed against Wade. Reed misses. Miami controlling the game. Wade finds Rose. The basket good off the assist from Wade.
Assisted.
8 points for Rose.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Poked loose. Harris outside. The 76ers with another miss, as they've been difficult to stop lately.
Yeah, and this run could stretch out that lead even more. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Melton against Rose. Got a piece of it. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And his athleticism comes through in all kinds of ways. You've got to be nimble to make moves like Giannis.
Philadelphia with the ball. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the rejection by Giannis. Wade from outside knocks down the three ball. Wade's got his third bucket of the night.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Here he goes. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's the good. That's another bucket.
A day has come that I thought we'd never see. He has done the impossible.
A new record for points in a season. Incredible.
He has broken Wilt Chamberlain's historic mark from 1962. It stood for decades until now.
Melton, no good. Miami controlling the game.
And with Melton out there, they've got someone who can contribute on both ends.
Yeah, he does a lot of little things for them. You get steals, assists, rebounds whenever he's on the floor. You'll see his influence all over the stat sheet, Greg.
Healed against Wade. Top of the key, Rose.
2 minutes.
The shot's good on the assist by Wade. And that's 13 points for Derrick Rose.
Wade.
Philadelphia's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Melton against Rose. To stop the drought, Rose with the block.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Wade for three, and the Heat, another three.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And here we go. Butler heading to the hoop. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yeah, those are starting. to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Here's Melton. It's hauled in by the Heat. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's the great one. And again, Miami with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. And with the season he's been having scoring the ball, the road fans come out just to see him.
Even if they don't root for him, GA, they want to see what he can do.
Substitution for
You
your
just can't
76er.
defend him. He's too talented, too aware. His ability to generate points this year, well, look, it's a problem.
Robert Covington's checked in for Philadelphia. Lowry comes in for Melton. Lowry again throws. Will it go? Lowry can't get it to go.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Antetokounmpo's gone a perfect 5 for 5 from the field. That's tipped. Pass to Reed. Oubre on the wing. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Butler passes to the great one. 2 on the clock. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Just playing with poise and confidence. Man, they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
And so it's Miami, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action in just a minute. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Heat team out there.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
And so Lowry will bring it up for Philadelphia. So with Wade on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. We've got Russell Westbrook. He's out there with Jordan. Kobe is out there with the great one. From past the arc. And again, Miami with the triple.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And now here's Jordan pushing it up and no one back there. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Tyrese Maxey's 6 a.m. workouts give him an edge. His motto, I prepare in front of nobody to perform in front of thousands. He says he's done 3 workouts before someone else even opens their eyes to prepare to work out. He said, I feel like that creates a psychological advantage when I step on the court. I have no reason to fear anybody. Kevin?
No reason at all. Hey, thanks, D.A. Lowry can't get it to go.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Timeout. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Timeout called the 76ers. Richard, you've got one of the great personalities in this game. Did humor serve you well during your playing days?
Yes, I would say it was, because most of the time I was talking more trash to my teammates than to the other team. But that's just been my personality since I was a kid.
Passes it to Maxey, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Russell Westbrook. He's been dominant over the last month. He's right around 17 points a night, almost 6.5 steals and 5 assists. And I'm not sure he can play any better than he has. I mean, surprising a lot of people with this play here of late.
Absolutely. And now the question is, can he build from this, or will he regress back to the mean? We'll have to see.
Pass to Embiid to halt the run. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Smart pass from the quick thinking Maxey. Outstanding in finding uncovered teammates.
It's tipped. Here's Kobe, and the dunk by Kobe.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
There's the pass to Embiid. Back to Lowry. He kicks to Embiid. No good from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's the great one. And the Heat, another 3.
3-point.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Westbrook with the steal. This one for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Westbrook.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Maxey against Jordan. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Jordan. In transition, here comes Miami. And that one is hammered home.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Now, here's Lowry. Hasn't made one yet. Maxey on the wing. The 76ers with another miss.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
And it's off the back rim, no good. And here are the Heat. This run now up to 22 points to 2. Here's the great one, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Here's Lowry. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And Maxey with the basket on the assist by Lowry.
Oh, great feed by Lowry. He'd rather pick up an assist than score a bucket.
And here's Bryant outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
3 points.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Maxey kicks to Covington. Back to Maxey. Pass to Covington. 6 on the shot clock. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Miami ball.
And a chance here to check out some stats for him.
And looking at his splits, you can see he's taken more of a back seat in their offense. in these last 10 games. His usage rate is down, but that's natural. At some point during the season, every player goes through a period of fatigue.
Drills it from
number
outside.
35.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Richard, it's absolutely amazing what Durant can do on the floor on a consistent basis.
He's got the height and the size to play inside, the skill to run the offense. He's just a freak out there.
Passes it to Westbrook. On the wing, Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, it's like he just keeps going up and up. Limitless vertical for MJ.
Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Westbrook against Lowry. Covington dishes to Lowry. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
The shot's good from Jordan.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Knocked loose. Westbrook with the steal. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
This is how dynamic Westbrook can still be, grabbing the steal and taking it all the way.
Now Maxey. He's coming off a 31-point game against Charlotte.
And he made a living at the line as well. Got there over and over and did some damage.
Pulls up. Russell Westbrook with the rebound.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Here's the great one. Guarded by Embiid. Charity stripe shot. And another basket for Miami.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Here's Maxey. That one drops for him. Maxey's got his second bucket.
A physical scoring guard. Maxey is at home on the inside.
Driving inside. And he jams it with authority.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Now the 76ers with it. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns at Footprint Center in Phoenix. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. And it's good, 2 points. Jordan's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Pass to Covington. Back to Maxey. Lets it go from deep. Westbrook pulls it in.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Bryant.
Oh, yes. And how fun is it watching Kobe take flight? His throwdowns are downright ridiculous.
And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Knocked away. Stolen by Westbrook. Here's Kobe. And finished off by Bryant.
That's how to throw it down with a flourish. Guys, windmill that baby home.
Oh, you're right. And he does it on the reverse just for good measure. Maxey kicks to Lowry. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Maxey, no good. And here are the Heat now. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Bryant.
And let's check out the numbers for Bryant. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. 8th in three-point shooting. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. On the wing, Kobe. From the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
Kobe Bryant.
Bryant's got 12.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Philadelphia's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Covington with the bucket.
A great look provided by Embiid. The big man just dropping dimes.
Here's the great one, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Lowry against Westbrook. The pass to Embiid. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
Defended by Covington. Sinks the triple. 13 points in the game.
He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence high.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Knocks it loose.
2 minutes.
Inside. It's deflected. Kicks it out to Maxey. Cans the shot from the wing. Maxey's got 6 in the quarter.
Recognize the D is closing in. Maxey letting it go.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Again, the Heat, good for 2. There's a minute 34 left in the second quarter. And here we go with Westbrook heading to the hoop. Three-pointer. And again, Miami with the triple.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Lowry feeling it out a bit. Kobe with it, now guarded by Hield. Pass to the great one. Driving the lane, and he slams it down right on top of Joel Embiid.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Maxey against Jordan. Maxey into the lane, misses from close range.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
35.
Excellent D, avoided fouling, and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Outside Covington. Back to Maxey. To end the run. Misses the layup. 20 seconds left now here in the second. Westbrook passes to Bryant. Shoots. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Westbrook's got 14.
Hey, look, if you're the D, you just live with this. Westbrook, sometimes he makes very challenging shots.
Fires for 3. That's tipped. And so it's Miami, able to put on a show for the Asians. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with Nick Nurse. Coach, the efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
I thought we got pretty good shots, you know, and if we're not going to score, it makes getting our defense set up difficult. So we got to keep shooting them. Hopefully start making some of them.
You can't score until you shoot, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Miami did not hesitate to set the pace. Some lights-out offense and defense on display as they went on an 11-0 run to start. They came on extremely strong as the quarter was winding down, nailing all 6 of their last field goal attempts to close out the first. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Kenny, let's get your take on Miami.
Well, they went downtown and threw a party, and fortunately, we were all invited. The key is their shooters weren't afraid to pull the trigger on open looks, and it's a blowout right now.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Their effort on the board has been horrendous. That's a good way to get blown out. Only way they can turn this thing around is to start winning the rebounding battle, to win the battle of possession. Otherwise, they're my favorite, avocado toast.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. The pairing up front is Harris and Embiid. In at the guard spots, Maxey and Melton. And it's Oubre in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Maxey, no good.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Here's the Great One, guarded by Embiid.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And here's Maxey. Passes to Melton. There's the drive. Just 5 to shoot. Oubre can't get it to go.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Love it when Rose looks to share the ball, especially when his teammates are open like that.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Maxey again throws. Poked loose. It's stolen by Rose. Jumps up and finished off by Rose.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Here's Maxey. He's got 6. An easy 2 points on the layup. Maxey's got 8 points.
He was just too focused on the hoop. I'm not even sure Maxey felt the defender.
Rose finds Wade. Takes it inside, and Wade slams it in.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Here's Harris. Nice move, and it's good on the way in.
We're used to seeing Harris from the outside, but Tobias, he can step up. He's got the size to do some work down low.
On the wing, Giannis. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And this gives us a chance to highlight the rookies with the most assists here in the second half of the season. Well, you look at the great one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved.
He's making progress in his first season in the league, and his command of their offense and opposing defenses improves every time he takes the floor.
Maxey, no good. And that's good from Antetokounmpo on the assist by Rose. Rose has got 5 assists in the game. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Maxey kicks to Oubre. Over Antetokounmpo, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's the great one, guarded by Harris. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
The Heat shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he knocks down the first one. Paul Reed's checked in for Embiid. Both good from the line that time. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. For the Sixers, it's championship or bust. Joel Embiid said there's nothing to be happy about just getting to the conference finals or the finals. You got to win the whole thing. That's the goal. And every single day, it's just trying to find ways to make that happen. Back to you.
Yep, all or nothing. David, thank you. Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Giannis has got 4 points this quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here we go, one-on-one. There's the triple. And again, Miami with the triple.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Harris against Antetokounmpo. Knocked away. Harris looking it over. Just 5 on the clock. Looking to end the run. And it's the great one. With the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim. The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Rose against Maxey.
76.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's his first.
Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Paul Reed.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Giannis, that's a two-pointer. And another basket for Miami.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
That's tipped. Oubre outside. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
The great one with the bucket.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Here's Butler with the drive. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Personal foul.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
And the 76ers making a change here. Lowry's checked in.
And free throws have never really been an issue for Butler. Makes a living at the line.
Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Ball's knocked loose. To the middle, trying to get something going. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Lowry dishes to Harris. Drills the baseline jumper. And it's 6 points for Tobias Harris.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Three-pointer, Wade. And again, Miami with the triple.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Philadelphia shooting only 21% from the field so far. Lowry against Rose. On the wing, Melton. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Miami's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's the great one. Reed covering the great one. With authority.
That is a monster finish.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Oubre. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Butler from outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
That guy is perfect from the field, making major contributions to this lead.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Beyond the arc. And it's Derrick Rose with the three. Rose has got 20 points.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
And here we go. It's Butler. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, and Butler just can't be stopped. I mean, even when the D knocks him around, he keeps his focus on the basket.
Miami shooting their fourth attempt at the free throw line right here. And the 76ers with some changes. Robert Covington's checked in for Oubre, and Hield subbed in for D'Anthony Melton.
One shot.
And here are the 76ers now. Lowry passes to Reed. Back to Lowry. They need this. And that's 2 points on the layup. Lowry's got his first bucket in this one.
And just so crafty around the hoop. Lowry probably 6 feet at best, but and he can slip inside and score with the best of them.
Drops in the tray.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Lowry again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Outside Covington. Harris up top.
And you got to admire the tough-nosed nature of Butler, not allowing scorers to get comfortable when he's on.
Here's Rose, and it's Miami with another.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Lowry kicks to Hield. They get a hand on it. Back to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. There's another block, making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
Embiid, he's checked in for Reed. The pass to Rose. Launches it. Good. He's now got 10 of 10 from the field.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
.158 left to play in the third. Shot to stop the run.
And really, after that strong first half, he has been in quite the tailspin. And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there. How about the range on that jump shot? I love seeing this guy when he's in form. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
So when we're talking about team identities, Greg, what would you say is the Miami Heat's identity?
Tough-nosed, aggressive, and hard-working. That's what attracted guys like Jimmy Butler here in the first place. And that's the style of ball they want to continue playing.
Lowry again throws. Outside Lowry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Covington wide open. He fires. The 76ers again can't hit it. 52 seconds left to play in the third.
The combo guard Wade, not just a scorer, but a shrewd passer as well.
Here is Lowry. Kicks it to Harris. That one misses. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Butler with the ball. 26 points for him. And now he jams it right over Tobias Harris. Wow!
I tell you what, Butler is a physical dunker. I mean, he takes his craft seriously. I just love watching this guy take off.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Coming out to the floor for your Sixer, Tyrese Maxey.
There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Rose surveying the D. And the Heat, another three.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a play, and he does it without fouling.
And so it's Miami holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we'll be back with you shortly. And as we head into the fourth. We'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. So with Butler sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Russell Westbrook out there with Michael Jordan.
3 points.
Then there's the great one. Then it's Bryant. Bryant's gotten all 6 of his shots to drop perfect from the floor. Pass to Covington. Batum wide open. He fires. From outside off the mark. And so Bryant will bring it up for Miami. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Such great control from Westbrook. Just stop and pop, catching the defense all off balance.
Now here's Payne. Defense right on him. Down low. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Outside Westbrook. And the Heat, another three.
Yeah, Russ has found a groove, and he should just keep attacking right now.
Now here's Payne. He's covered by Westbrook. Payne dishes to Bamba. Well, players certainly have become comfortable, Richard, asking for trades. Has it become too commonplace?
It doesn't happen too much in general. I just think a lot of times it's the stars, and so it becomes a lot bigger. So if we're going to say players, make sure we point out the stars. But loyalty is a two-way street. I remember Blake Griffin signing a 5-year contract with the Clippers, and then next thing you know, he was traded.
And here are the 76ers now. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Batum with the 3. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Defended by Covington. And another basket for Miami.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And the dunk by Covington.
Emphatic points from Covington. Dunks and threes, baskets every team needs. That's what Robert brings to the table. And look at hanging in the air, double pumped, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make. Wow. Now here's Payne, guarded closely. To the paint. It's deflected. And here we go. Jordan going to the hoop. Bryant with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Bryant's shot is good. Kobe's got 5 points in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Payne, and the shot is good.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate, and that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Westbrook drives in, and Westbrook throws it down.
So good at finding the angles of drive. Westbrook is as fast as he is agile.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Payne with the bounce pass. All right, Richard, with the game on the line, which current player would you choose taking the last shot?
You can't go wrong with Dame time. KD is up there too because he can get his shot off from anywhere. But you give me one shot, I'm going to say Klay Thompson.
The 15-footer, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
The 76ers have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Westbrook. Here's the great one. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. The great one's got 19 points. Now here's Payne. Guarded by Jordan. And Jordan sends it back.
And one of the league's most effective shot blockers from that guard position. Jordan can do it and help defense or on the ball.
And the 76ers making a change here. Oubre's checked in. He's defended by Jordan. Clock at 6. He gets that one.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Kobe. Richard, from when you were a first. Oh my goodness, the slam!
You see the number of moves Kobe has, more than capable of creating for himself with that handle.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. He takes it in, and that one good.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Miami's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's the great one. And again, Miami with the triple.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
For 3, Kobe, 9 for 9, looking deadly accurate. Like guys he cannot miss.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
Now here's Payne. He's covered by Westbrook. Payne looking around. Now the dish to Batum. Clock is at 3. From deep three-point territory. That shot misses.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, and you're not going to just have the green light for long if you're chucking up bombs like that.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Now here's Payne. Defense is right there. And for a while, the West held bragging rights on being better than the Eastern Conference.
Miami ball.
Richard, you think that's changed?
I think so. You see a number of powerhouses now in the Eastern Conference, and the West is way more open.
Reed, D'Anthony Melton, Kyle Lowry.
Miami's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Got that one up quick. Westbrook's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Heat.
Look, you can count on Westbrook for a few of these tonight. This man has that shot down.
Poked away. Oubre outside. 76ers with the new shot clock.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Lowry passes to Melton. Westbrook with the block.
Big block by Westbrook. You know that's got to fire him up.
Bryant has the open look, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his third assist on the night. Now Lowry. Passes it to Melton. And he drives in, and Jordan sends it back. And one thing that came from this new CBA GA, mandatory participation in the NBA Draft Combine.
Yeah, more equal access for teams to study various prospects. Player agents can't keep teams in the dark like in the past. That makes for a more level playing field.
Count it, good.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
And here's Jordan outside, and the Heat, another three.
And there are nights, it really doesn't matter what you do defensively. MJ is going to score, and this is looking like one of those nights.
Oubre outside. And the rejection by Bryant. Covington against Westbrook.
Look, Westbrook does not mind contact while he's going to the bucket. In fact, he welcomes it.
And Greg, while the Sixers have been a factor, time and again, they've been unable to get past the conference semifinal.
Where they bowed out in 5 of the last 6 years, but you go back, they haven't made it any further since Allen Iverson led them to the finals back in 01.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Westbrook is always at the top of the league in attempts, but doesn't shoot a great percentage.
The great ones checked in for the Heat. Butler comes in for Bryant. Second free throw. No good.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Lowry kicks to Reed. Trying to find Covington. Gets it to him. Westbrook up top. Outside, Jordan. Over Oubre. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Jordan's got 7 points for the quarter.
And when we think about the excitement that Jordan brings to the game, but what about the offensive fundamentals? The man is a perfectionist.
Here's the great one, defended by Covington. The great one with the bucket. Philadelphia's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Lowry kicks to Oubre. So here's one for you, RJ. Is there anyone in the league right now that reminds you of yourself as a player?
Now, if we're talking about me in my prime, and I hope these players don't get disrespected, but Jaylen Brown and Andrew Wiggins, just the way they play, some of the moves that they make, like I can see myself doing those things.
Rose, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Oubre on the wing, defended by Butler, and they're able to recover. 2 on the clock to stop the run. Oubre can't get it to go.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And no one has better natural scoring tools. But another thing that really sets MJ apart, the acute instincts he brings to the table.
Oubre against Butler. He blocks it again. And that's 9 blocks.
You know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th, too. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for Miami.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And what's been a tremendous year tonight, another example, and it'll push their amazing win total on the season to 68. An outstanding, outstanding season we've watched this team play.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for the great one.
You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
Lowry against Rose. Pass to Oubre. They could use a bucket, and Butler sends it back.
Always ready to make an impact defensively. Butler sees the shot forming and just attacks the opportunity to block it.
Here's Melton. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover. And again.
That'll do it. 40 points for him, and he's pulled even.
And to think, GA, at the start of the year, we'd see someone match the record for most 40-point games? Simply spectacular.
And to tie the mark of 63 games of 40 or more, it's just awe-inducing. To score 40 or more in over 3/4 of the NBA season is something that players don't even dream of.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Jimmy. You were living at the line tonight. Is that the goal, or is it just getting downhill?
Just keep attacking, get to the line, and be the player that I am. You know, get everybody involved, guard a little bit, and just help us win.
Yeah, the spokes of the wheel were very tight tonight, man. Thanks very much. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.